We continue to read from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 18. Today we will read verses 9 through 14. Today is Tuesday, February the 20th, and this is the Greenbrier Valley Church of the Nazarene with your daily devotion. And again, it comes from Luke, chapter 18, verses 9 through 14. Here's the word of the Lord. To some who were confident of their own righteousness and looked down on everyone else, Jesus told this parable. 2 men went up to the temple to pray, one a Pharisee, the other a tax collector. The Pharisee stood by himself and prayed, God, I thank you that I am not like other people, robbers, evildoers, adulterers, or even like this tax collector. I fast twice a week and give a tenth of all I get. But the tax collector stood at a distance. He would not even look up to heaven, but beat his breast and said, God, have mercy on me, a sinner. I tell you that this man, rather than the other, went home justified before God. For all those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. And that is the word of the Lord. Our article today, Justice, Mercy, and Humility by Albert Hung. Here's what Albert says for us today. In yesterday's devotional, we were reminded that the prayers of the poor and vulnerable often echo a longing for justice in a broken world. What might the prayers of those who have privilege and power sound like? Jesus follows up the parable of the persistent widow with one about a Pharisee and a tax collector. Both were men who had status or wealth, but their prayers were very different. The Pharisee self-righteously thanked God that he was a pious man, unlike those around him. He could not see that the religious community that he represented often harmed as many people as it helped. The tax collector, on the other hand, begged God to have mercy on a sinner like him. He knew he was complicit in an unjust economic system that benefited him financially but exploited and oppressed his own people. Jesus declared that this man, rather than the other, went home justified before God, from verse 14. God, help us see our own complicity in the sin and brokenness of the world, to repent of our participation in injustice, and to act justly and to love mercy and to walk humbly with our God. And you can find that in Micah 6, verse 8. Open my eyes that I may see is the hymn today by Clara Scott. Open my eyes that I may see glimpses of truth thou hast for me. And from the 68th Psalm, verse 5, a father to the fatherless, a defender of the widows, is God in his holy dwelling. And this is your daily devotion for Tuesday, February the 20th. Have a blessed day.